So shall we start or we have to wait for 2 more minutes?
Can start.
Can I start? Okay. A very happy evening to all. On behalf of Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, I, Dr. Radhika, Associate Professor in the Department of English, extend a warm welcome to the aspiring students, parents, teachers to this virtual open house 2021. Hope you're all staying safe and in good health. I also extend my sincere thanks and also welcome Dr. Vigila Kennedy, the principal of Kumaragulu College of Liberal Arts and Science, Dr. Shanti, the vice principal, the leads of various departments, and my fellow faculty members to this session. Most of you must be wondering what exactly is liberal arts education. It's not a new concept in India. Liberal education did have its presence in the ancient Indian universities like Nalanda and Takshashila. So you must have heard of these universities in the history. So it is basically based on holistic education fostered to encourage creativity and independent thinking. So, with this note, I would like you to know more about the background of Kumaraguru institutions. Okay, so Kumaraguru institutions is born out of a rich legacy of Shakti group of companies. You must have heard of Shakti group of companies. The founder chairman Arut Selvar, Dr. N. Mahalingam Ayya of Shakti Group and Kumaraguru College of not only liberal arts and science, Kumaraguru institutions as such was a dynamic, visionary educationist, philanthropist, industrialist, and a politician. So he was a Padma Bhushan awardee and an honorary counsel from the government of Mauritius. So at present, we have 65 companies, 10 educational institutions, 11 schools, and 5 community centers, which are functioning under this big umbrella of this large group. So, Kumaraguru College of Technology was the first educational institutions in this group, started in the year 1984, and it has grown into a deep-rooted tree with 14 branches, nearly 400 faculty members, and more than 5,000 students. So in the year 2005, the institution started the business school, which was affiliated to Anna University, and it has two programs. And Kumaraguru Institute of Agriculture was started in the year 2014 with 7 departments. And Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science is a new venture and the youngest institution in this group, which was started in 2018. Now it's functioning with 10 departments, 856 students, 45 faculty members. So now we would like to hear from you. So please take a quick poll. You have 30 seconds to do the poll, and I request Mr. Krishna Kumar to post the poll. Meantime, if you have any questions during the session, you can post it in the chat box. It will be taken up at the end of the session, and we will be giving you answers for the questions by the end of the session. So, I see that most of you have heard this about this virtual open house from the website and friends, and some have heard from the social media. Thank you all for that. Now let's move on to know more about our college, like Liberal Arts and Science College. Our institution, it is affiliated to Bharatiya University. Bharatiya University is one among the top ranking university, like it is position 13th rank in the national NARF ranking. And we have in the college, like we have 4 schools. School of Finance, Business and Economics, School of Social Sciences, School of Communications and Humanities, and School of Social Work. So under this School of Finance, Business and Economics, we have BBA, that is Bachelor of Business Administration, BCom, and BCom with Professional Accounting, and Bachelor of Economics. And a new course that we are launching is Business Administration, BBA in International Business. And we also have two doctoral programs, which is launching this year, like doctoral program in Commerce and Business Management. And if you see Social Sciences, School of Social Sciences, we have four undergraduate programs, like Bachelor of Psychology, Political Science, Mathematics, and Data Science. And under the School of Communications and Humanities, we have like Bachelor of Visual Communication, English Literature, and a doctoral program in Tamil language. And we have a master's degree in social work under the School of Social Work. So about the education model of KCLAS. So KCLAS education model is not just a model of survival, like you cannot say it is a not only of survival and innovation, but a model of institutional diversity. Like, you know, the recent national education policy emphasized multidisciplinary learning, evoking greater interest among the new generation people to explore beyond their job-centric professional education. So keeping that in mind, we have framed this T model of education, where you can see this liberal education allows us to extend our imagination, like to read widely, broaden our minds, understand the situation from multiple perspectives, rather than being a very conservative in our thoughts. So keeping that as a like a foundation, we have framed this education model as a T model, where we have the vertical bar, like you can see the vertical bar in the T that represents the depth of a certain skill, like the certain skill which is the core subject learning skill and an expertise in the single field. Like you can find that it is concentrating mostly on the subject related skill, like particular skill. But when you see the T model, the horizontal bar that you can see, it is a collaboration model, like whereas the horizontal bar is the ability to collaborate across disciplines. It's not only concentrating only on the core subjects, but it is across disciplines. So we have classified it into Edge and Edge plus activities. So to brief about it, like KCLAS Edge programs, if you see the KCLAS Edge programs, we focus on creating awareness of the recent developments in a particular field. It can be any field, like particular field, in the specific field of study, by inviting experts from different areas, different fields, to share their expertise. And we do give hands-on training for the people who, by conducting workshops, like taking them for study visits, immersion programs, social immersion programs, to know much about the community and the society. The community volunteering programs are there. So this bridges the industry and the practical knowledge. And it also develops the skill and the behavior of the students. We have student seminars and forums, clubs, action labs that are open to all the students who wish to showcase their talents and enhance their skills in different fields. It's not restricted only to their subject alone, but it is to exhibit their talents in different fields and also to enhance their skill in their area of interest. So we have this KCLAS Edge Plus program, which you can see down. That is a program which includes everything: international summer schools, study visit, internships, studying foreign languages. So all these things are are coming under KCLAS Edge Plus program. So we have Kumaraguru Civil Service Academy. So even the civil service aspirants can get into Kumaraguru, because we have tied up with Shankar IAS Academy. And those who are interested in sports, we have a coaching for that. Entrepreneurship, we guide them for that. Campus startups, we encourage them to do. And also we guide them to go for their higher studies in abroad or in national and international higher studies. So this is a KCLAS Edge activities that we focus on. And if you see the core is completely based on what they study in their syllabus, like curriculum based. But that too, we have core subjects. Not only it gives a strong foundation in the field of their specialization, with language subjects, which is very essential, core subjects, allied subjects in their field, skill-based subjects, value-added courses, job-oriented courses, and also they have extension activities, projects, internships. So all these things are included in this class core so as I mentioned before, like every job now, it requires some sort of collaboration. Like it is how we have means we are seeing the changing world is is expecting a lot of collaborations in different fields. So the main objective is to change with the time and constantly find new ways to integrate what we know with the real life scenarios. So the concept are taught having the aim of moving with the changing scenario and changing world. So here I would request Dr. Swagata to present a small concept which is emerging in the field of English literature, digital humanities. So to give that overview, you will understand how the new trend in English literature is coming up. So there are different fields. So we have taken only one concept here. So digital humanities is a new trend that is coming. So I request Dr. Swagata Ghosh to take over the session and give a small idea about what digital humanities is. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Radhika. Can I have the next slide, ma'am? Yeah. So good, very good evening to everyone present here. And I think all of you, all those who had seen our topic, they must have been surprised a bit. Okay, words like digital humanities, digital literature, all coming in the same frame. It surprises people a lot. So let me take you through and let's see how these words are connected, how well digital world and literature has come together, and how both are reinstating each other. Here, there is a, it is giving a new way of thinking, learning, researching, everything. Okay, so let's get started. So before we do that, before we try to understand what exactly digital humanities is, why not see what literature is? What exactly, when we see, when we hear the word literature, what things comes to our mind? Okay, so when we think about literature, literature is nothing but texts, written material, and it's written material by, which centuries old written material, which is coming over centuries, and civilizations have taken a lot of effort all over the world to keep on archiving those material. So it has not been stagnant. Literature is something which has started long before, and it is still flowing in. It has not stopped anywhere. Okay, so it has been growing and it has been changing. But there are certain civilizations in the world which has come up with various new literature. And here on the screen, I think you will just, ma'am, can we go ahead with this slide? Yeah. So some pictures, from writing on stones to paper, and now we have the latest thing, literature is coming in digital mode too. And there are certain examples also which you will see are these words which you will see on the screen. They are nothing but, these are the first, you can say, literature of various civilizations which are around 10,000 years old, could be possible, and they are still there. I think many of you who are into reading will come across these words, and they know what satire is, what Iliad and Odyssey is. So that is actually the first section of literature, that is text. So let's see what is the other component of literature. A very simple or easy word which we every time use is criticism and literary criticism. So what exactly is literary criticism? It's nothing but an opinion. Okay, so we create an opinion. Every one of us do create. And in literature also, we create opinion. So why do we create an opinion? I should say, when you are seeing this, whatever words you are seeing this on the screen, have them in your mind, because when we actually go to the main part of digital humanities and literature, these words will again appear. So here comes, so we create an opinion. Now, why do we create an opinion? We create an opinion to interpret, right? To compare, okay? To analyze. Okay, so these are certain areas which we do to criticize. So it is not again restricted to the literary books. It goes way wider, right? So this is a very essential component of literature, of studying literature, of doing work in literature. So when we try to get all these things from any text, how we do it and what we do it. Let's go a little bit ahead, and here we see on what basis we do it. We do it on the basis of evidence. Okay, so any type of logical studies, there is evidence. So see here, literature is not illogical. Literature is not something coming from people's mind. It is absolutely based on evidence. What else is it based on? It's based on other facts and figures also, like context, setting, right? So theme. So these are the certain things on which any text, take it, when I'm saying any text, take it as any text that a criticism is done. So out here, first we saw that what is literature component, what is criticism. Now let's go and check what exactly is digital humanities. Okay, so let's see what digital humanities is. So here goes what digital humanities is. So it's our interdisciplinary studies. I should rather mention here, this is one of the core academic principles of study area in class 2, what is called as collaborative and interdisciplinary studies. So what is this interdisciplinary study in digital humanities? So on one hand, we have the digital world, the wide world of digital media, or dunya we say. And the other hand, we have the various disciplines of humanities. Very unlike two worlds, but they have come very well in today's time, and they are creating miracles. Okay, so what exactly, when these two worlds have come, what exactly are they doing? So on one hand, digital humanities is creating texts. It is gaining information. It is creating knowledge. It is acquiring knowledge, gathering information. After doing that, what is happening? The knowledge is disseminated. That means the knowledge is passed across a wide number of people. And how is it possible? It is possible because of the digital world. And what is it transferring? It is transferring all the information the humanities section or the genres of various humanities discipline have. It is transferring that. So here we are coming slowly and steadily to our very important topic, and that is the core topic of today, digital humanities and literature. Now let's see how in humanities, why literature is so important and how is it connected to digital humanities. So if you see, you will see that I have put 2 arrows on the screen. If you see, there are 2 arrows, and both the arrows, one arrow is going towards literature, one arrow is going towards digital humanities. So in a way, you can understand each one of them is interdependent. None of them is dependent, and both are working together. So if literature is required in digital, literature requires digital humanities for its progress, same way digital humanities is also acquiring far and wide scope because of this field of wide resource of literature. So let us first see what exactly digital humanities is doing for literature. When we, if you remember the first slide, when we talked about literature, we talked about words, we talked about themes. So any of us who are into reading, we know we talk about, what is novels, drama, or poems, what do they consist of? They consist of themes, they consist of time. We talk about a region, we talk about a period. So all these things, now they used to be restricted to a book or to a written material. So what digital humanities have done it, they have taken them out and given them a better life. It is not left to our imagination. Before, I still remember when I used to read a book as a child, I used to imagine the situation. Here, we are given a chance to view the situation. A time period is recreated. Maybe we are reading as old as an old book like an Iliad and Odyssey. So that time period is recreated in this 21st century for us to enjoy. So that is what digital humanities is doing. Maps, it is giving, the unknown world is coming to us. It is making it so engaging and so entertaining. Reading and studying of literature has become enjoyable. I should rather say it used to be restricted to one thing. Now it has opened up and it is enjoyable to a wider thing. So a lot, stories and things used to be, the older sections used to be in different editions, right? So now these editions, people, if we want to get a original edition, we couldn't get. It used to be difficult for us to find those editions. So this digital humanities has recreated all those digital libraries so that anytime we want the books, the novels, anything, it is there for us at the tip of a finger and we can get it easy. A lot of researchers all over the world in universities like University of Sussex, University of Ontario, these places, they are largely working on digital humanities plus literature. The literature department, digital humanities, because a huge scope of work, of higher studies, and a lot of studies became a part of enjoyment also, entertainment also, and gaining knowledge also. So that is what digital humanities is doing for literature. Now let's see what literature benefits digital humanities, that out of all the humanities genres, literature has been taken as one of the prime study area in terms of digital humanities. So anyone who is into computer learning on things, you will know it is very easy for computers to manage texts. So that is one of the primary things. Sources, electronic archives, electronic libraries, I should rather say, the place where you can save things. So a lot of things are easy for the computers. The binary numbers are easy for, recording something which is as literature, like written material without any numbers, without any equation. It is easy for them to store. Okay, all over the world, a lot of researches between cultural studies is a major part of literature in today's time, a big part of literature. Okay, so we are studying cultural studies, and digital analysis is one of the major area where people are working on. So when you see this whole screen, okay, what comes to your mind? It comes, for me, if you say, I will say, I think that a huge scope of studies, first learning, of course, then researching, of course, then of course the job openings. It is not, when you study literature, it is not restricted to literature. You have wide scope of going, and now the world of digital world has also opened to a literature students, and how it is, how it will be helpful for, or what I should say, a literature student will benefit more, because you have the whole material in your hand. You have the understanding, what is criticism, how to analyze. You have been doing as a part of your literature study, you must be doing that. So how to put the same thing to a machine and to make it better. If you have read a book, you are on the position to create it on a digital map, right? If a person who has no idea about a story, about a novel, for that a person, it will be difficult. But for person who is from the literature background, it gives more options. So this is how digital humanities and literature is connected. Okay. So I hope I could give you some idea. Maybe in this, we have a very short time. I couldn't give you a lot of idea, but hope so that I could give you. But you can always go online and check more information in a very upcoming and growing industry. And that's all from my side. After my presentation, there's a small poll for all of you, and then you have. After I spoke a lot, right, about digital humanities, about how the School of English and how the department is running. So you must be eager to know how the School of English in Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science incorporate this idea of digital humanities, or incorporate this idea of using digital world. So after me, I would welcome Ms. Karunashri, Assistant Professor, who will be taking you through the department and enlightening you about how the department works. Thank you all.
Ms. Karnam, you can take it up, like you can see the poll. I could see the poll results coming here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you. So good evening, everyone. I'm happy to take you through the School of English and how it functions in Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science. So I'm glad to present you the picture of English department, the students of the School of English. Here is a picture of all our vibrant students who are so proactive, energetic, and who keep themselves engaged in various activities, both academic and extracurricular, along with the faculty team here. So I'm really happy to present you the vibrant team of faculty of School of English here. I would like to introduce our department lead, Dr. K. Manjula Bashini. Her area of expertise is English language teaching. Next is Dr. Radhika. Her area of specialization is American literature, and ma'am also has got international exposure. Next is Dr. Swagata Ghosh. Her area of specialization is Indian writing in English. And myself, Ms. Karunashri, whose area of expertise is cultural studies, particularly Chinese American culture studies. And the department has got an average experience of 12 to 15 years, and the faculty team who are specialized in both English language and literature. The department also imbibes industry experts. So we have Mrs. Pankaja Srinivasan ma'am, who is a retired senior deputy editor from The Hindu. And we have Mrs. Shobana ma'am, who's a versatile person, a poet, author, editor, and a social worker, who's also a part of team of English. So here is the curriculum of School of English. So any student who takes up an undergrad program in English language and literature will have to go through, for a period of 3 years, we have 6 semesters. And our students will be learning language and English in the first 4 semesters. Apart from language and English, we have core papers along with allied paper. So core includes prose, poetry, drama, fiction, and allied papers will give a glimpse of the social history of England. For instance, for a student who is exposed to English literature, first of all, it is very important to understand the background of the history of the country itself. So understanding the country will help them to understand the culture, the background, the setting of any work, any literary masterpiece, be it a drama, be it a poetry, or be it a novel, whatever it is. It's very important to understand the society as such. So that is what is given through allied papers, like social history of England, history of English literature, like something which Dr. Swagata spoke, like how it started from Stone Age to the present digital era. All those will be presented in History of English Literature, how different writers have followed different style of writing in their works. All that will be dealt. And then we have literary forms, literary criticism. And moving on, in semester 5 and 6, students will be learning more of core papers along with elective papers. So these core papers ranges from the age of Shakespeare, 14th century, till the present age. So it gives a plethora of opportunity for the students to understand various ages starting from Shakespeare, Wordsworth. Then it exposes them to various genres like Indian writing, American literature, Commonwealth literature, translation studies, and then specific writers and their writing style will also be dealt. For example, intensive study of a particular author, that will also be dealt. And in the electives, apart from focusing on the literature part, as I told, the focus is also laid on language. For example, enhancing the communication skills of the students is very important, right? So in keeping that in view, we have English for competitive exams, then public speaking skills, phonetics, how to learn word accent, pronunciation of different words, all that will be dealt in elective papers. And students will also be learning, introduced to novels, linguistics, and translation tasks in these. So this is, in a nutshell, I'm giving you the curriculum that is offered from semester 1 to semester 6 in the course English Literature. Moving on. So here is Class Edge, which Dr. Radhika spoke to you, education, Class Edge and Edge Plus. So as a part of Class Edge, the department conducts a series of expert conversations, at least one expert conversation in a week. So I'm glad to say that the School of English was able to bring in a lot of expertise from both national and international level. So the topics ranged from post-colonial literature, feminist studies, linguistics, environment writing, and then we had literary theory, translation, Shakespearean plays, how it can be viewed in new historicism way. And then we also dealt about how to appreciate some of the characters in drama. For example, today we say book review, movie review. So how to exactly write a critical appreciation of a play or a work of art or a movie or a book. So all that was presented by experts from different fields. And apart from that, we also brought in some resource persons from industry. Like industry experts were able to talk about enhancing the soft skills, enhancing vocabulary, and for students who are aspiring to become writers or directing movies, developing new stories. Okay, so for them, we brought in a theater producer from US. So this is how we were able to conduct for almost 18 expert conversation in the academic year 2020, and it ranged from industry experts to academicians with varied topics, especially a lot of contemporary topics relevant to English literature was brought in. And next we have workshops. So an expert conversation is where the resource persons will be talking, say for instance, a presentation of 1 hour. But a workshop is where we provide hands-on experience to our students, ranging from minimum 2-hour duration to maximum 3-hour duration. So for these workshops also, like I mentioned earlier, we not only focus on imbibing the subject knowledge in the students, but apart from the subject knowledge, in English literature, the focus is also laid on improving the critical thinking skills, their writing skills, speaking skills. So basically we say the 4 language skills, LSRW, listening, speaking, reading, writing, very important. So we also focus on enhancing these skills, for which a lot of renowned writers, public speakers, voice accent trainers were brought in, both from abroad and also from the country. So we were able to conduct around 7 workshops for the academic year 2020 on public speaking, poetry writing, accent building, vocabulary enrichment, critical thinking, and content writing also. And next, the department conducted webinar series. So in total, we conducted 3 webinar series out of which one was a faculty development program which focused on the school teachers, okay, English language teaching in schools, how it can be enhanced, for which we had a person from the country and also an international speaker. So it was a 2-day faculty development program. And then we had a virtual talk series for 6 days on revisiting English and language and literature in the digital era. So again, we can see how School of English at KCLAS focuses on digital humanities or digital era itself. So we had eminent speakers, international and national level, who were able to take us through different topics by connecting it with current relevance. And then we had another webinar, which is a commemorative event celebrating the World Poetry Day recently. And in order to commemorate this day, we had a conversation with renowned poets, where the participants were able to ask questions and interact with the renowned speakers, renowned poets. So this is about the expert conversations, workshops, and webinar series, which is a part of KCLAS Edge. Moving on, we have KCLAS Edge Plus. So KCLAS Edge Plus focuses on taking students to next level of having study visits, where they can go witness some of the activities that is happening outside the college campus. So there, it is not just the classroom learning, but there students are taken to the field itself, and they have a very live experience of what is happening. And this enables the students to apply their learning, whatever they learn, be it writing, be it speaking, whatever it is, they're able to see it on a different perspective. So as a part of KCLAS Edge Plus, the department took the students for a heritage walk to Ooty. And here it was a study visit, 1-day study visit, where students got the opportunity to meet renowned writers, and they interacted with the writer about how she was, what was her passion, how did she build on her passion. So all these kind of interactions help the students also to focus on their career. And moving on, we have Literature Festival. So we know that Literature Festival is something which is a much awaited event for most of the people. So students of the Department of English, they are taken to this Literature Festival every year. So this is here, we are not able to fit in a lot of pictures. So here we have one picture where our students, along with the faculty team, visited the Literature Festival, which was conducted in Kerala last year. And here students will be given an opportunity to interact with writers, to witness some of the critiquing, book reviews, Socratic dialogues. So in fact, it will be so inspiring for the students to meet some of the contemporary writers also. And then the students were taken to International Theatre Festival conducted at Kerala. So in this theatre festival, we could see how a drama is being produced and it is staged. So when a student is learning a paper on drama, when they go witness a play which is staged, live performance, so their students get again a live, an enlightening session of how a play is performed live, right? So for a student of literature, this will be a visual treat when they go on such study visits to theatre festivals, literature festivals, and heritage walks, which is given as a part of KCLAS Edge Plus. Moving on, we are happy to share that our students, like I said, they are so proactive. So they give a lot of importance to internships also. Students are given an opportunity to take up internships. So we have our students who have got experience, like they had an opportunity to go work in media houses to take as interns. So Lotus News Channel, Ragam Channel, and then we have students who had been interns in the New Indian Express. So their students will be getting an idea on how the media houses function and how different areas like editing, proofreading, okay, so how this happens, functioning of a media house itself. So they will get hands-on experience when they go as interns to the media houses. And apart from that, very recently during the pandemic, even during uncertain times, our students went on virtual internships offered by various reputed organizations. So we would like to mention 4 of our students here, Dhanushri, Ashira, Ritika, and Trisha from second BA literature, they have taken up internship on content writing. So it was for a period of 45 days that they went as interns, they did it, and they got a lot of experience by doing this content writing. And one important thing is that students are also given feedback on where they have to improve and what is their strength in their writing. So this is about internships that our students get trained even during the course of study. We are indeed proud to mention some of our students like Janani, Ajanta, Sangeeta, Trisha, and Shweta. So these students have got Mahatma Gandhi Scholarship Award, which is given to the meritorious students in Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science. So here are our student achievers in academics. Moving on. So when I said the School of English commemorated the World Poetry Day, so on this day, we also published a class anthology named Poema. So this book is something which is a collection of poems written by classites. So students at class from different departments, not just the School of English, even students from psychology and other streams, they were given an opportunity to pen down their creative thoughts, and that was published as an anthology. So we claim it a privilege to share that the School of English has come up with a class anthology, all the poems penned down by our students. Moving on. So our students have also taken up a lot of certificate courses, even in the year 2020. So here is the data for the year 2020. So even during the pandemic, the students were interested to take up some of the certificate courses. So we guided the students to take up the courses offered by NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, NIIT, Symbiosis, and we had online courses offered for the students. So most of our students had completed the online courses offered by Swayam, NPTEL, and Coursera. And we also encourage our students to participate in webinars. So webinars are something which have become so prominent, especially during the pandemic times. So our students have participated in a lot of webinars, and these webinars are also mostly interdisciplinary, where even topics which range from personality development, soft skills, etc., whatever be the topic, if it is of their interest, they go for it. And also happy to share that some of our students have also attended webinars conducted by Cambridge University, Oxford University Press, British Council, and so on. So these are some of the reputed, renowned organizations from where our students have attended webinars and have got certificates. Next is Evolve. So class also encourages students to learn leadership skills by having clubs and forums. So Evolve is one such student-run forum where our students, you can see the number, around 152 certificates have been achieved by our students, where we have plethora of topics ranging from even pottery, drawing, pencil sketching, not just something related to the subject, but other skills also. And our students have participated in various intercollegiate competitions. So not only at class, but even the competitions conducted by other institutions, they go for it and they bag prizes. And internships again. So as of now, 10 of our students have completed their internship successfully, and some of them are still ongoing. Moving on. Yeah, so here is COED. So COED is Kumaraguru Online Education. So now that we have all become digital, so we have to go online. So the mode of learning has become online. So Kumaraguru institutions adopted this COED, which is online education platform where learning is augmented through the platform of Microsoft Teams. So using Microsoft Teams platform, we engage our students in our online classes, which is mostly blended learning. And we have also adopted flipped classrooms where students will be learning, and at the same time, we conduct some of the presentations, seminars, critiquing, interactions, dialogues, like Socratic dialogues on the works of literature. So all this is happening through this COED. And once after the classes, we have formative assessments after every unit also. And we are equally happy to share that the School of English and Kumaraguru institutions as such, we have partnered with various reputed organizations and institutes. So you can see how Harvard Business School Online, British Council, Manchester Metropolitan University, Swinburne University of Technology, Symbiosis, Shankar IAS Academy. So all these are our esteemed partners. And Shankar IAS Academy again, so we have some of our own students in School of English who are aspirants of becoming civil servants. So such students can take up courses. Even during their course of study, they can attend training through Shankar IAS Academy for their civil service exams. Next slide, please. Yes, so that's all with the presentation about the School of English. I believe that you would have had an idea about how School of English functions at Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science. Now, we are happy to take you through a virtual campus tour, so you can sit back and enjoy. Dear participants, hope you all would have enjoyed going on a campus tour. So now I hand over the session to Dr. Radhika to take you through the selection process to join class. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ms. Karuna. You must have enjoyed the virtual tour, as she said, and you must be thinking of how to approach the college and all those things for the admissions. So I'll just tell you a few idea about how the selection happens, because it's different from other colleges, because we have a framed selection process for the admissions. So first we have 6-step process. The first step A is the eligibility criteria. So you have to log into our website, and the website is given in the chat box. Mr. Krishna Kumar will post the website address. So you have to log in there and find your eligibility criteria for the course that you opt for. So that is the first step. And in the second step is the inquiry form. There is a small inquiry form where you have to fill your basic details, and that will help us to know your basic information. So that is the 2 small steps that you have to do. The third step, before you start getting into the application form, you have to keep all your documents ready with you, because we have certain questions there where you have to have your documents with you to upload it as and when it is required. So it is a big step where you have to spend nearly 20 minutes, like 70 to 20 minutes to fill that, because you have to fill certain information that is asked in that step. So it will be there in the website. So the D, so, the middle part is the step D, which is the fourth process, which is the core of the selection process, because you have already filled that application form. So that will help us to know about what you are. So here you have, we have divided into 3 stages. First is your performance, which you scored in your 12th standard, your academic performance in the school, and your co-curricular certificates, extracurricular. So whatever you have filled in the application process along with your 12th results, 12th grade results. So all these academic aspects will come in the first stage. And the second stage in the step D is the knowledge element. Knowledge element is to test your understanding of various things, like your general skills, intellectual ability, critical thinking, because I told you about the T education model here. So we are focusing on how much critical you are in your way of thinking, how much multidisciplinary talents you have, and logical reasoning skills you have, your general awareness. All these things will be tested in the second stage through a small MCQs, because it is not a very big test and all. Like, you will be having questions related to various general topics. Then third comes the personal element, which will be a one-on-one questioning with the faculty members, which will test your attitude, your values, what you know, how many like your situational analysis, SOPs, and the discussion. So it will be completely based on the discussion with your with the faculty members. Next is the step step E, that is the fifth step, which is the, one moment, that is the conditional offer. So in this conditional offer, after your 12th marks, along with your performance in the selection process, along with the step D process, we will be shortlisting the students, and we will be sending you the details. Means you will be given a conditional offer in the step E. And the final step is the step 5, that is the 6th step, where you will be provisionally admitted. So you will be given admissions provisionally, and only after we share your documents with the university, you will be completely admitted to the process of into the college. So this is the selection process that we have in the college. So hope you have understood what exactly is the selection process. Now I request Mr. Krishna Kumar to give us quick poll for the students to know how much they have understood about us and what they like most in this presentation. So we'll take a quick poll. And you can also post questions in the chat box. So we are very happy to answer the questions. And I could see some students raising hands in between. I don't know the names. If sir, if you are able to see, and in between the presentation, I could see some of them raising, means 1 or 2 students raising hands. If it was unknown, like please leave it. I think we can end the poll, sir, like they have completed. I could see only 6 out of 18 have posted. Please complete your poll first. And I think we can end the poll now. Fine, and thanks for that. Like you are, means your poll results, like your poll is very important for us. And if you are not having any questions, like I can wind up the session. Sir Krishna Kumar sir, is there any questions in the chat box?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. So we can move ahead and wind up the session, sir.
Yes, ma'am. We have put
Yes.
the details of the next seminar, webinar
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine. So I, on behalf of the College of Liberal Arts and Science, School of English, my sincere gratitude to the management for giving us this opportunity to organize this virtual open house and to meet you all. I thank all the participants who have joined us today virtually. Like best wishes for you for your examinations, because I know the examinations are coming up and you must be very busy with that. So all the best from class for all the students who are preparing for the board examinations. And we also have an open house sessions from the other departments in the coming days. Like tomorrow we have the open house session, virtual open house conducted by the School of Commerce, and do attend the session. Also visit the class websites to know more about the updates, and also follow us in our social media pages. You will get to know more about the programs that is happening, virtual houses that is happening in this. So thank you one and all here. Wish to see you all in the campus. Thank you all. Have a happy Tamil New Year, Yugadi. I know it is already over. Wish you Baisakhi and all. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.